think that's really shutting any haters up. Yes, against TK they did. A match where they can shut up haters is here. They should sweep teams like Vitality with the presence that we know of this Mindfreak team when they're at their best.
Very good point you made there, Jack.
I'm sorry. I saw it on my timeline and I was like, what am I reading?
There's a positive to take out of every kid. And I think that's what Snake is doing, you know. And the Mindfreak boys, Australia, obviously take the positives. You picked up, obviously, a series win. Go into this game with nothing to lose, you know. You're going up against the big dogs. It's Optic Gaming. And straight away, it's your boy Dens finding a nice little two-piece. This is the same map they played against TK yesterday. Yes. They started hot there as well.
Can we actually swap over to Shocks for a brief moment? Because he's someone that's been getting a lot of love from the community. Both obviously in the APAC region, but even more in the kind of international community. More and more people taking note of just how skilled he is. Unfortunately, he gets shot in the back there by Scump, which threw off his aim just a little bit, but streaks already earned by Dens. But back to the point with Shocks, you know, he was shredding yesterday. Caught up with him a little bit earlier today. He was like, Jack, things were just falling into place. I was just not able to die, it felt like, in games 2 and 3. You need that same performance from him here today. Dens already starting off hot. It is a perfect first hill for Mindfreak. You couldn't ask for anything more, Momo.
Absolutely not, and there you go. We're going to see Dens still continue. He's actually going to invest some of these streaks. I don't disagree with this. They're going to push Optic Gaming back. A lot of intel is made, and if they can pick up Formal, would have been great. Not going to happen, but this is where we're going to see Mindfreak push through. Brute force, can he find Crim? Not going to happen, but a trade is going to come in. Another question is, how far can Dens go? Make it 7, not going to be 8. But look at what Mindfreak are doing. They're breaking setups, they're contesting hills, and this man, I've got to give the biggest amount of credit for Buzzo. I'm his biggest critique. Very, very good friend, but I'm always very critical of how slow he plays, how far back he plays. These last 2 days, man, he's been in those hills, he's been pushing forward. Buzzo, he feels like part of the team now.
They've got to match a tempo of Optic Gaming. Simple as that. At the end of the second hill, should be 59-33 in favor of Mindfreak. They're going to get the setup for new Momo, and they still have an artillery as well as a fighter pilot for a rainy day during this match if it comes down to it. Crim with the opening kill. Scump has read the play from Shocks, and just like that, number advantage to Optic on the push here. This is an example of a situation that Mindfreak just can't afford to have happen.
Yeah, and the clever thing there was, if you guys at home are maybe thinking, why did that happen? Scump was pushing that left-hand side of the minimap, if you like, and the way that Optic pushed up, it wasn't necessarily in Mindfreak spawn, but the majority of the players were over that line. They're going to force Mindfreak, obviously, the complete opposite side. But Fighter and Shock sweep straight back in. They go for the trades, and these next couple of kills around that tank are going to be so crucial, and this time, it's going to be Fighter who bites back.
Karma, last one here. Buzzo staying alive, continuing to be that presence that Mindfreak need. Again, when Mindfreak are at their best, it's when everyone is pulling their weight. We saw it against TK. It's why they went to a game 5. A slightly slow start from Shocks, but everyone right now getting involved. They still have the lead after our opening 3 hills.
Yeah, speaking to T-Pass in the back and looking at the game that we've just seen on St. Marie Hardpoint, is the investment of streaks and which streaks. You know, you want that fighter pilot for this hardpoint, the lookout post. You don't want to be investing it on such as the parking lot, and I think that Mindfreak, they're adapting, they're doing the right things here. I can't really critique them how they're playing so far. Optic Gaming, they're trying to get it back into this game, get a little bit of tempo going. See whether they can do it. All 4 down, though. This is looking very good as Mindfreak break the triple-digit mark.
What did I just say? A slightly slow start from Shocks. He had some unfortunate timings, but in the ways he was playing, especially at that last hill, holding these off angles, catching Optic off guard for these 2 pieces, he's now earned more streaks. They have come out of the gates much more hot, and back to the point I brought up for the owner of this Mindfreak team from the tweets I read earlier, this is where they silence the doubters right now. Making plays happen like this. When they all show up, Mindfreak are absolutely a top caliber team. They're doing it right now, but they must do it in the entire map, Momo. How many times with this Optic Gaming lineup have we seen this team have a slow start or not perform up to their full potential, but then finally kick it into gear, have one moment where it swings in their favor, and they don't look back?
Too many to count is the answer, and this man, Crim, he's been going lights out all weekend long, and all week long, should I say. We've seen 13 kill streaks out of that man, multiple streaks, but right now, we've got to get off that Optic side and look at what Mindfreak and the Aussie boys are doing right now. These guys are on a bit of a tear. Their confidence is sky high. Dens is double positive. He's got 85 seconds in the hill as well. And Mindfreak were there to stay until Crim just tore all 3 apart. And maybe that could be the start of something for Optic Gaming. But look at that, Mindfreak. They're going to break through, and they've got the spawns.
The SMGs of Mindfreak are absolutely just outslaying the likes of Optic Gaming right now. Fighter getting involved. Den's getting involved. Shock's there as well. Mindfreak are going off right now, folks. They're on the verge of being up 100 seconds on Optic Gaming. Let's go to an Astro listen in with the top APAC squad.
Wait, do the setup, do the
Holding
setup,
bomb,
do the
holding
setup.
bomb. No, we can't.
Can I push out? Can I push? I don't have long, I don't have long.
I'm pushing out.
Shox, you can go left, I can watch bar.
Okay, I'm going.
Four more maps.
One's already straight on me.
I'm coming to help. One bar.
Straight tag.
Absolutely, quad. He's back
Wait,
quad.
radio.
I've got maps, I don't have long, yeah?
Long tag. Tag with an 8. Another one long.
Yeah, boys. Fuck you!
Let's go, boys. I'm rotating.
Hey, they're gonna be pushing.
Three field.
Oh yeah, bitch, I'm coming.
Okay, get us out of the Astro listening.
You are crazy, you Australians.
Can you tell they're hyped right now? I'm in tears.
Fighter.
Goodness.
He's
The
on a
fires are flying, baby.
For you guys at home, Jack is currently, he's having a fight with thin air right now. I don't know what's going on.
That was the funniest thing.
He's 23-13. He's on a 6-kill streak. They're 209-69. Mindfreak are literally playing out of their minds.
I told you this team will improve the more time they spend out here. We talked about it in the green room. This Mindfreak squad should have made a larger transition towards playing on North American soil as early as possible for as long as these guys have been a lineup. They have the caliber. They just need to show up. Never count Optic out, but right now Mindfreak are just showing up big time.
Where's Albert now? Get him over it. Naked should be proud. These guys are putting on a performance. Den's 25-13. Fighter. Deadly duo right now, nearly 50 kills between them. They're absolutely rocking. They're cooking here. They're even team killing as it seems right now. And my goodness, you guys may not be able to hear it, but through these headphones that I'm wearing, about 50, 100 yards away, I can hear the Mindfreak boys getting loud. It will be going to the lookout post though, and they've got streaks.
They've got every streak they could want. Optic have not been running Mountain. We might see Optic Gaming get 100-point club by Mindfreak right now. Karma dead. Crim6 dead. Off the spawns, they have a player pitching. It's Fighter looking to play spoiler here. Optic, oh God, it's a team kill as well from Shox, but either way, control to Mindfreak. One final push now for Optic Gaming. They're flooding the hard point.
Yep, and that artillery's just a little bit behind, unfortunate for them, but 5 points away. Fighter, Buzzo finds the double, and my goodness, Mindfreak, they're gonna be able to put Optic in the 100-point club. Buzzo's just tagging people up, getting assists, and that's it, Jack.
Welcome to the 100-point club, Optic Gaming, as Mindfreak.
Took a second to catch up there, but
can they keep this going? Keep the momentum going. Do not give Optic a chance to breathe in game 2. And Optic have perfectly set up for this, but Dens gets first blood.
The perfect start for the Search and Destroy as Dens strikes first. There were many times as well in London Docks Search and Destroy where Mindfreak would get the first blood and then go on to lose the round. And I think Optic Gaming, a stat which will stick with me for a very long time, the amount of rounds won last year, I believe, Optic Gaming at a 3v4 was over 50%. It's a very rough percentage I'm giving there, but they won more at a 3v4 than they lost. Crazy stuff, but 2v1. It's all up to Mr. Faller. And he's going to fall straight away. And Mindfreak, they strike first. The first blood, the first round.
Those shots from Fighter onto Crim, disgusting. Formal, who plays watching the A-cross. He solo held A right there, watching the cross. Optic kept no pressure in middle. They 3-stacked B. They had the perfect line counter to the play for Mindfreak and still lost the round.
I'm going to be honest, Jack. On social media, I actually tweeted a little bit of a joke out just before the series, saying when Mindfreak beat Optic within the next 3-0 in the next 22 minutes. I'm starting to
believe it could happen.
Believe it could happen.
Listen, they need 6 rounds in an S&D. It's only 1-0. Let's not get crazy.
I'm feeling crazy.
Okay, well.
That's the problem right now.
Scump. Infantry Hunter. First blood on the Fighter. Look at that bomb carrier. Karma sprint right into the site. He knows they've got the timing now. The objective will be planted. Can we switch to Formal for a second? Is he sniping this cross? Yes, he is. Which is why you're seeing such passive play out of Mindfreak.
Love this setup from Optic Gaming. Oh, goodness, up close and personal, though, the PPSH will shred through. Crim's going to fall. Formal picks up one. That's going to be Shox. And now Optic Gaming, a very strong position here, because Formal can watch the full rotation. Scum's actually got it as well. And Buzzo, He's not really working towards streaks, but he doesn't want to feed them. He has stopped Scump, though.
And again, Karma in the site really has nothing to worry about until... Oh,
Wait, hang on a second. He's got to run. He's got to run. Is he just jumping on it?
Formal going to get here in
Yeah,
time?
I don't
Is
know.
Formal going to get here?
I don't know.
Is Formal going to get here in time?
Jack!
Is Formal going to get here in time?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I tell you what, Buzzo, the confidence that this man has. He's trying 1v3s against Optic Gaming. I feel a weird atmosphere in the room. I said I was feeling crazy. That man, Buzzo, he's
If
feeling.
he did that, I would have been done.
But, I mean, on a serious note, I just want to say there was no hesitation. He got the second kill and he knew where Formal was. He went in, heads up play. He was never going to get that kill and then defuse. Ballsy play. However, we're sat at 1-1 and... Oh, something just doesn't feel right here. Optic Gaming, like you said on the first map though, they step it up a gear, they change gear, and they can go into unknown territory, if you like, of what Mindfreak have ever seen. So, Will Formal will let's connect with the sniper.
Another first blood. I like the stun to at least get control of outside lights. Karma shoulder peeking middle. Formal now going to rotate. It's Mindfreak. I think they're going to plant this bomb in the 4v3. And now you need some sort of play to happen from Shox. Yeah, there you go. He's going to start moving. I like this from Mindfreak, making all the right decisions.
35 seconds left on the clock. 3v4, numerical advantage favoring boys from Australia. Now a 3v3 as Karma takes down one. He's going to fall to Dens. And now the FG is coming through thick and fast. 2v1, 23 seconds left on the clock. And Mindfreak, they know they're in a good position. Formal's found probably the best weapon he can, but the time's just not with him, Jack.
Oh, he's one shot too. No way he's winning this round. Formal going to back up for a second. Might try to make something happen versus Buzzo here. Not going to happen, and Buzzo screams after that one. Mindfreak up 2-1.
Mindfreak continuing the momentum from the game against TK. From the star-studded showing against Vitality, except the second side of CTF.
Yeah.
They have come into this game with a completely different, almost mindset. I've seen a lot more relaxed Mindfreak off, out of the game, social media, that kind of thing. Going into it maybe with just a different mindset, a clear head, and it's certainly working right now. However, Dent is going to be catching himself right by the statue. He's caught himself a grenade as well, Krim finishing him off. And Dent has been that instigator. He's been the first down, first up in many of the rounds already. 3v2 though, Jack.
Oh, fight is in a tough spot here. But Buzzo could be the game changer. Spots two, can't finish either. And he's gonna get shot in the back.
Unfortunate for Buzzo there. Formal capitalizing on that one. And just like that, Formal finding the last player on those stairs. Doesn't miss a shot right there. And Optic Gaming tie things up here 2-2. We're gonna see that bronze star for Formal here. Again, pinpoint accuracy. A little bit of a jump shot as well.
You're seeing how few players are actually running Mountain. Formal, because he's sniping, is one to have it on. And it's letting him get a little bit more aggressive because he knows he doesn't have to worry about how loud he is as he's sprinting around the map.
So with no streaks in play, no one's obviously single-handedly going off at the moment, so everything's pretty basic. Formal watching that cross. But as you see by the mini-map, and this is what we saw Mindfreak do against Vitality, it was pretty much a stack on B most times. They know Formal's sniping. They know that sniper's going to be located around the docks area. But a very standoffish offense for Mindfreak here. We've got number 3 fighter, the most progressed. Bomb in the hands of Dens, yet to push forward. Formal still on your screen though, sniper in hand. Intel made, and I believe Dens is popping that bomb down.
Oh.
No!
Krim backs up the second too, brilliantly done. Krim with another first blood, as you mentioned, he's involved in almost every one of those first engagements. 3 versus 2, Optic know where the bomb is down as well, and there's only 30 seconds left in the game clock.
Looking good for Optic Gaming to take the lead here in the search and destroy. Cheeky little bit of a wallbang for Karma, not going to come off, however, will finish the gunfight. That's going to be fighter. Buzzo was in a 1v3 previously. Can he do it this time? Finds one, not going to find the second here is Optic Gaming. They strike in round number 5 and take the lead here in the search and destroy.
3-2. A lot of FG42 action right now between both of these squads. I believe There's upwards of 7 on the map right now. This one player was sniping there. Mindfreak, talk about maps that you must win. An S&D win here over OG to go up 2-0. You at least give yourself a chance in a game 5 if it goes the distance.
The one game... I was about to say the one game mode I don't see Mindfreak winning is the CTF. However, I don't see them winning a hardpoint. They just have, so I'm going to stop speaking right there. Mindfreak are defying gravity right now.
How did Fighter just get in a call? Look, they have 2 people underpass. I guarantee you Karma right now is going, guys?
Hello?
What just happened? 3 versus 3. Everyone from Optic stacking this site. Not the same for Mindfreak, so they will have a number advantage. Buzzo's life is super key here.
Keep your eye on Crim, 4-kill streak. 55 seconds. That bomb seems to be rotating around though, but number 2 is shocked. He could be very, very influential in these next couple of seconds. Optic need to decide exactly where they're going here. 45 seconds. They're right at the back of the map. They've got full control.
They've definitely decided. Can they execute now is the question.
Look at the map control statue. B and the docks are all in control of Mindfreak. The number advantage wherever the attack is going to be. Optic Gaming, Formal, a jump shot trying to finish him off. Skump's going to go aggressive with a machine pistol. Oh my goodness, double nade onto Formal. And now Crim left in a 1v3. He's got to play for the streaks, Jack, for sure.
Dear Diary, the FG42 is good. Crim saw one. You mentioned playing for the streaks. He's actually going to peek on out. He's going to die because of it.
Ah, that's tough.
What do you think about that, Momo?
Tough for Optic Gaming. I could see the reasoning behind what was Crim was trying to do, maybe find a 5th. But the problem is he doesn't. He gives the round away. He gives another kill to Mindfreak, which I don't think will influence the streaks too much. But I've told you, obviously, you know, the stats of Mindfreak. And when they choked those 2 games, when they were 5-4 and 5-3, one was against Red Reserve. I cannot for the love of God think of what the other one was. But they've managed to close it out against Vitality. Search and Destroy win here for Mindfreak would be absolutely massive. 1 minute and 15 seconds here. Bomb going towards B once again. Fighter, he's always so aggressive going through here.
And he's got to be, that's his job if they want to try to take the site. Eats a nade. Thankfully, he's got Hunker on. Crim with another first blood, this time on a Dens.
Great positions now for Optic Gaming. They don't have to put any pressure on. They don't have to move, really. Formal picking shocks off. Those 3 become 2. Spider with Tactical going out there. Does connect, but it's all down to him. He's going to fall. And a very clean round for Optic Gaming there. Precise. No risk.
Listen, if you're going to let Formal get towards that those water stairs with the sniper and just have that positioning on the map where he can look at the B-cross, he can look into beer, he can watch over all of bottom red in the push to A, you're typically going to have a bad time. And right there, Shocks wants to try to maybe look for a first blood for his team, make it a 3v3, and Formal just rips his face off.
Well, heading into round number 8, we're going to put another 90 seconds on the clock. And again, we're going to see a very fast-paced fighter. He's always that one, just being aggressive. This time it pays off for him, and Skump's going to be the first to fall. Formal switching back in 2, unsure exactly which weapon to use. Of course, the machine pistol's so good up close. Crim6 checking the corners. Is he going to catch Buzzo off guard? Spotted. Wise move by Buzzo there, just to back down. Call out that information.
Karma knows there's a player to the close right. 2-piece, but trade, not going to happen. Formal by himself. This is a map where if it's Formal last alive, I can almost guarantee you he's at the water stairs. And there he just was, Mindfreak. You know what? Nice little snap forward of 4. Still close. What will Mindfreak do now, Momo, on offense to win this and switch things over? Is this a double smoke A rush with like SMGs? Do they try to hit middle and abuse Karma and fire? Right now, I have not seen enough nades from Mindfreak into that fire spot to back up Karma. Karma's gone there every round, and he's peeked it aggressively. Double nade that spot and blow Karma up. Look, there's SMGs. It's an A play. They're changing things up.
It is a definite change-up. I was going to say the success I've seen is from Mindfreak at B. This time, they're putting 3 down into A. Formal's taking down Buzzo. They have connected, but Fighter, he's going to phase a grenade straight on the foot. In fact, it tags him up. Shocks goes down. Not looking good for Mindfreak. Optic Gaming about to run a train through them right now. And Formal, look at this, he's flanking around, he's having fun, finds one, gonna be traded out, but a 1v3 now. He's narrowed down a little bit to a 1v2. Definitely doable, but when you think of Crim and Karma, they'll push together, they'll stick as a group. Surely not.
He's dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just picks one side, reloads at a spot where he can easily be seen. Either way, Optic 5-4. Formal, given control of water stairs, completely shreds two players again. You cannot let him get there without backing him up, forcing him to play uncomfortable, throwing a stun at him, something. Give yourself a chance.
Now, Mindfreak obviously were on the flip side of things here, and they were leading on this map. The question is, can they keep their composure?
I will say this, if it goes to round 11, just by looking at the kills to plants, score advantage looks like it's in favor of Optic Gaming. So if it goes there, Optic should have defense.
Oh my, I think we're seeing a round 11, judging by this. Dens and Buzzo, can we see a 2v4? There's one.
Formal's water stairs, never count them out.
Formal and Karma. Karma does have the bomb, so he's not going to go retrieving that.
Saw shocks.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Formal, Karma, 2v3. This time they stun him. Karma sneaking by because he's got mount. 2v2. And he spotted shocks. They know exactly where they are. Buzzo's been seen too. They have all the information they could ever ask for. Does he try to go for this plant here? And look, they both have mountains, so they can get around sneaky.
They really can. Formal as well, be catching one off guard. He's got to be Buzzo, he's got to go head first straight into it. A 2v4 is now a 2v1. Optic Gaming do a classic Optic Gaming, but it's all in the hands of Shocks. The bomb is not down yet, and now we've got a 1v1 on our hands, Jack. It's 20 seconds left on the clock. Surely the bomb will go down. The question is, Karma or Shocks?
Karma's gonna just try to play and see if he can spot a cross here. He knows he has an SMG versus Shocks AR. I think he spotted him. He's gonna run right into the AR of Shocks. Oh my God, Shocks! Soaring through the sky, bounces up like a kangaroo and cuts him down.
Very fitted. But Shocks clutching up a 1v2 to send you to round 11. Wow. Mindfreak, they've had some bad luck last week. Maybe week 2 is all about the Aussies. Optic Gaming, though, pushed to round 11. I actually think Karma played that very well. He was unfortunate whilst running away there.
Optic will have defense, so it's up to Mindfreak to do it. They've really struggled with so far this game outside of round 1. That's taken offensive round victory.
And this is where I saw the success of Mindfreak was when they were progressively slow pushing B.
They know one is close in beer, so they've at least got that info. Formal's on water stairs. So
As
again,
always.
As long as he's here, Optic are in a good position on defense.
You know you're one of the best players in the world where you can go to the same spot every single time and still put in the result. Shocks has been spotted. Formal.
Because he saw that, he should. Yeah, look, Formal's reading this like a book. He saw Shocks rotate towards B. He's gonna at least make this like once Karma's wall banging Dens. If you didn't know, you can hit that. Bida wins the first blood in through lights. Advantage to Mindfreak.
40 seconds left on the clock. Bomb in the hands of Dens. Do they plant? Do they push? A well questioned. Shocks is right at the back of the map. It's basically a 3v3 around this bomb site. One more bullet.
They should get the plant off it, but the bomb went down. 2 versus 3 now. Shocks is nowhere to be found. Buzzo's getting beamed through the walls well.
Buzzo needs to pick up a kill before he goes down here. You can see Shocks trying to find his way to the path, and now with a 1v3.
I don't think it's planted for him. That's just one. That's the moment. That's the moment right there. Where Optic now found some life in this series. 1-1. You cannot lose maps like that for Mindfreak if you want to beat Optic Gaming.
Absolutely not. Optic Gaming clutching up in round 11. The dreams of Mindfreak right now. The problem is, and I'm going to back up what I'm saying, is the answer is yes. But the reasoning behind this is we saw Mindfreak versus Vitality play this. It was hot, it was cold, it felt unorganized. And obviously Optic Gaming, they're not Vitality. They're going to come into this with a lot more composure, a lot more organization. And I feel like Optic Gaming could really, really punish Mindfreak here. We could be seeing a very high scoring flag.
Cap in the opening 30 seconds, and with how Karma's playing, he has his intentions already set for flag number 2. Buzzo gets gunned. He's still here, trapping them in their spawn. 2 more players, 1 shot. Karma single-handedly holding off Mindfreak for a few seconds as Crim tries to get in position.
Crim's in that position, as you speak of, and now he's found one. 3 players will spawn open again. The trap's in their spawn, but Formal just able to take a bit of a back foot right now, just hanging around barrels, waiting for his teammates. Karma and Scum on the flank, of course. With the spawn there, you can see Crim6 just rotating back to fire, a wise choice to do so, but Karma, Scump, and my goodness, the green
2-0.
wall. This is worrying for Mindfreak, and this is, I'm not going to say expected, but after watching them versus Vitality, I knew there would be holes in their CTF, especially on this map. The problem is how they bounce back from this.
You know, I saw accuracy between these games and talked to him a little bit about this series so far and said, Jack, here's the thing. The pressure's now back off of Optic after getting smoked in map 1. They've tied the series 1-1, winning that round 11. He said they're going to look completely different now moving forward, and he was most certainly right, the man that's faced OG a ton so far this year. As we see Optic up 2-0 in the opening minute and a half.
Still such a long time to go. Karma finding one. Not going to be able to find that one. One bullet away for sure. Long shots onto Karma, not able to connect. This time Denzi's going to pull the flag in a very ambitious position. 2 players go down, and I think he was trying to maybe ride his luck a little bit there. Karma actually unable to pick the kill up, but Crim on a 4-kill streak.
He wiped the whole team, and they're going to give him the return for the extra 100 points. That just puts him 1 kill away from Fighter Pilot and Glide Bomb.
And he can play for this now. Whether they need it or not, a different question, but he certainly will play for this. He'll be watching this dock side. You can see 2 players on that minimap. It's Formal and Karma.
Look at this. Look at
They're
Karma.
going for a full flank here.
Mindfreak are not ready for this. 2 streaks now earned. Do they try to use one?
I think he uses a glide bomb now. He can put this in straight away. He's decided not to. I think he's got the call out from Karma that he'll be able to pick up a couple of kills, and he does. Now he picks up the flag. He's got the help of Formal. There are 2 players through. That is Dens and Fighter. It's going to be difficult to get away, however. Now the score streak's coming.
And he's going to call out everything. He knows the flag is running back towards his bus. The flag actually runs away from the teammate who could have gone and gotten at least a return. Because of that, Optic will get a 2nd kill. Scump diving, Scump returning, Karma capturing. 3-0 Optic.
I worry how bad this can get. That's, we saw Mindfreak, I believe it was, versus Rise, I want to say, on the very first day. I think it was an Arden Forest. I think it ended up maybe 7-0. And I think that was kind of towards the end of the game, maybe the end of the day, and it kind of got out of hand. But I can see the CTF going the same way here. A very, very organized pushes from Optic Gaming. The flamethrower not coming into play.
He lived through it because he had armored on. Armored makes you take less damage to the flamethrower, thus letting you live through it. That works out, but unfortunately for Mindfreak, they keep getting blooded on these pushes because Optic are fully set up and ready for it. They're doing a good job, even with the lead they have. Momo not doing anything too drastic, just playing London Dock CTF at its finest. Crim, another clutch 2 kills. You know, shout out to production, showing the video highlighting Crim6 leading Optic Gaming back into form and how good he felt about it. And here he is, 13-5 off the break of the CTF.
Yeah, I just want to go back to that pull there from Mindfreak. Unfortunate when they pulled that flag, the player kind of covering was in the middle of a reload of the FG. And I think Optic Gaming blessed for a second there. However, we are going to see the Fighter Pilot coming down. The flag, of course, has been pulled. That's in the hands of Dens now. He's on a 3-kill streak himself.
That's full streak, or close to full streaks.
He's got the important 2. Of course, that Glide Bomb and the Fighter Pilot. Just sitting in fiery shock. Currently sitting at 6 and 7 with 30 seconds left. If they were somehow able to manage to cap another flag, this would be massive for Mindfreak. Here we go. This is the push. 2 down and 3 off the Fighter.
3 dead. Fighter can't die. He does. And now Denz will try to flood the flood. Does he have armored on? He does. So stun won't affect him. Just like that. Tries to challenge Karma and loses the gunfight. That, for me, should do it. Unless Buzzo can somehow make this happen. Nope. What is Scum checking?
Oh. Not what you want to happen with a couple of seconds left on the clock. Not going to change anything there.
So, can I quickly talk about the play from Karma? Obviously, there's a long return time on the flag going back to the peg. Karma recognized that time was about to run out. Here in CTF, in Call of Duty World War II, there's been some changes to the rules where there's a minute of extra time added if a flag is out of the base. He was about to have a tough 1v1 for control of the flag. If he lost it, Mindfreak had a chance to go for a cap. Instead of challenging the gunfight, he rushes the flag return, and the clock hits 0, thus triggering halftime. Brilliantly done by him, not letting Mindfreak have a chance at a 1v1 that could go either way.
Okay, we're kicking things off for the second side here. We're going to put another 5 minutes on that clock. And of course, Optic Gaming lead 3-1 in the series. Crim 15-6. Definitely the difference maker in this one. He's already found number 16, as Formal is going to be taken down from the side here. Crim still dealing damage. Again, Formal and Karma's going to fall. Crim may be the one to save the day here. His teammates go down, and actually, with a 4 down from Optic Gaming.
And streaks. But Shocked, who has the streaks, is running the... Where did Buzzo just go?
Formal spawned down.
Wait, what?
Docks, and also...
I'm sorry. Did Buzzo just go to...
I think Buzzo thought that Formal would spawn right at the back. He didn't. He didn't have the other spawns covered. Formal spawns up, makes the kill, makes the return, and just like that, Optic Gaming, I don't even want to say get let off, because they weren't.
If
Mindfreak.
If Buzzo just watches water stairs there with the AR like you'd expect him to,
yeah,
that's a capture for Mindfreak. That was terrible. I mean, I get, yeah, I totally get what you're saying, but you got to at least clear the first place, which is water stairs, as they could get that lower spawn. And now look at Optic, a combined 7 streak between Scump and Karma, flag pulled, 4 dead on Mindfreak. I don't even think you use a streak here. There's no way you stop this.
Absolutely not. The question is, can they do the
oh my god
relay? And it's looking likely so if they can kill a couple more. Scump lying down with that FG42. He's got his helping Karma, pushing towards the bus right now. Scump's going to find a couple, but Crim's going to finish them off. And like that, the third does fall. Will it be 4? It's all up to Dens. He's weak and should be traded, will be traded. And look at that, number 6 is Formal, blocking any type of dock spawn, so they're going to spawn at the bus once again. It's not going to change anything. They've used the glide bomb to prevent something.
Oh, stop Crim on the streak.
Still 2 players running through, and it's a very heavy investment. We know London Docks is very difficult to capitalize on the streaks.
Well, the stun will at least slow them down for a brief moment. One diving across, Scump will have to watch out for Shocks. The Shocks just go for it. No, he'll actually kill Scump and then get the return. Nice job by Mindfreak, but again, every second that goes by favors Optic Gaming as they have a 3-cap lead.
2 minutes 30 on the clock, and Optic Gaming having a ball of a time here, especially Crim, 21-10 right now as he's taken down by Dens. And you can see,
ooh,
Fighter, 6-19. Not the best scoreline. Of course, it's not all about kill-death ratio. It's about where you're making these kills, are you watching the right positions. And right now, Optic Gaming.
Well, listen, if you're going to go triple neg, if you're going to have a player go triple neg versus Optic in a respawn, you're going to have a bad time.
Most definitely.
I know it's not all about KD, but at a certain point, triple negative with 9 minutes left, or 8 minutes in the game, you're in a bad spot.
And the thing is, as well, Den, Shocks, Buzzo holding their own, if you like. Fighter could have been that difference maker to make this a little bit closer here. Flag yet to be pulled. You see Fighter in barrels there, trying to make some moves, but Crim just locking things down with the FG42. Karma coming from behind. Down goes one. Finds the second. There's only one player alive, and it's down by the water. He's not going to do much here. And they know he's there too.
Karma just going to give that up, gets a call from his teammates to push forward. He'll do just that, and at this point, it's basically just a waiting game, waiting out these final 80 seconds. This is exactly why we said Mindfreak could not afford to lose that round 11. As Optic have shown up in the CTF and stomped from the opening second of this game. Literally the first kill to this point has been all OG.
Yeah, and with 60 seconds left, you really can't see Mindfreak changing anything. I mean, I can't really see them pulling a flag. Optic Gaming have been so strong here. 4-kill streak for Karma. 2 flags as well for the most earned Call of Duty player ever. That man on your screen, Karma. He's happy to just see here. He's only got 4 bullets in there. The magazine, but he's got a PPSH in his back pocket, and Formal's going to jump in, pick up a nice 2-piece. And again, Optic Gaming fully in control of the map.
Fully in control indeed. Flag running on in. Karma and Crim. The FG42s having a field day when they're in their hands right now. Karma obviously mainly running around with a sub, but as you've seen, the sub players just picking up the FG whenever they can. Another flag going in. 6-1. Optic. You can't give them that moment, and the round 11 in game 2 for me was that moment where they just began to get the momentum they need to take the series and run with it. something tells me this next hard point in game 4 is going to be just a little bit different.
I mean, it could be very different.
But in the first one, we're not going to an Astro listen-in with Mindfreak. That is not the case. As I called for that one, and I'm probably going to get fired. So if anyone's looking for an overweight, annoying, childish caster, please, my resume, I can send it to your inbox right now.
You'll be fine, Jack.
Thanks, Phil. Never called you that.
Mindfreak versus Optic Gaming. Game number 4, we're going to hardpoint Gibraltar and straight away. Karma. He's going to be taking down the double from Shox. He's going to put Mindfreak in a nice little position. We're actually going to see the third win. That's going to be from Buzzo.
Love it. Fighter. Love this from Mindfreak again. Setting the tone right away. Winning the break. They did it in map 1. They're doing it again here. Map 1, they ended 54-0 at the end of the first hill. Let's see if that score can rally just like that game 1.
Look at that. 2 players from Optic Gaming have spawned.
That's the first kill. And he's dead too. But they just flipped.
Yeah. They flipped, and all 4 of the players from Mindfreak were in the middle, pushing forward maybe onto bricks a little bit too much, but 2 players coming behind. It's going to be Scump and Crim. They need to make these kills, but the problem is making these kills now, yeah, that's going to spawn them at the back, but you can't go and try and get these points. You've got to give those 9 points up. Think about the rotation, but you getting flashbacks from map number 1 where Mindfreak kind of started perfectly.
100%. Mindfreak outscored Optic a perfect 100-0 in the 2 opening hills of these maps in games 1 and 4. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Definitely not from Mindfreak, that's for sure.
Shox 5 and 2 now, just broke on him with the 2-piece.
Crim coming from behind the FG. So powerful at the right range. Can be deadly, finds the second, and he doesn't need the third as Karma picks up the double as well. Crim and Karma combining now, a 4-kill streak for Crim, 2 for Karma, and this man Scump getting aggressive with a PPSH in hand. I think he spotted one. That's going to be Buzzo. Good night. Straight into the ground for him. And Optic Gaming now, they're thinking about that rotation, Jack. I really like this play.
And look, that spawn just flipped. Karma gets a great timing on the Shox, nearly pins the second. He had Formal there as well. Crim correctly predicted Buzzo to spawn low, so he did get a turn and get that kill to stay on his streak, but good job by Mindfreak to expect more pressure from Cave. It's Splita who's watching that cross. Crim needs to bait one of his teammates here to get this kill. Formal still without a kill in this map.
Yeah, Fighter has been phenomenal as well, just holding this back cave. He's got a position now where he's just getting all the intel when they cross. Scump may have seen him there, and there you go, grenade. Not going to kill anyone just yet. Might attack Scump. He does. He finishes him off, and Crim pushing through. Not going to happen. Shox. My goodness, 3 kills. Look at the score streaks here. Shox and Fighter both rocking 3. Score going up for Mindfreak. Formal yet to get a kill. Wow, what is happening here in the hardpoint, Jack?
Formal 0 and 6. There he is. Finally gets his first, but either way, the damage has been done as it's Mindfreak up by 50 seconds on this map. I think they're basically sending all their resources towards new. They're rotating early.
This.
And look, they're keeping Buzzo by himself, and it's going to pay off perfectly. They've already got players at this new hill. Dens is surging forward. The confidence from Mindfreak in hardpoint right now is absolutely unbelievable.
And I will say, it's just heads-up play. It's knowing when to leave someone. It's knowing when to push around, when to rotate. Mindfreak, I don't know what they've been doing in the last couple of weeks, but they have been learning, and they have been practicing a lot. These guys are improving day after day. However, Optic Gaming currently are in that hardpoint. It's number 6. It's Formal for now, taken out there as it's traded with Fighter and Dens. But again, Mindfreak, 42 seconds left. We're going to see a very, very strong suit here. Can Buzzo pick up another?
Oh my god.
Yes, he can.
Mindfreak right now are on pace to 100-point Club Optic again.
I can't believe we're even saying it. Part of me is like, why did I doubt them? But I know exactly why I doubted them. It's the history of both of these squads. Scump, Crim, Karma find one each, and now we'll regain that hill, but there's only 10 seconds left. We're going back to the rotation here, and we're going to see Mindfreak about 80 points in the lead, Jack.
Formal has had a very rough series so far. He was double negative in the CTF for the first half of it. Here, triple neg in this hard point. He's someone that you normally see with a bunch of time, too, for OG, and only 10 seconds of the hill as this team has struggled to get control of the objective.
Optic Gaming, they're in a very strong position here. 2 players are going to fall, and actually, with the 1 player coming in, it's Buzzo who's going to be taken down at the other side of things. He may get the better spawn, he will do. Optic Gaming, though. Grim, Karma, Scump, can he find the 4th? Not going to happen. as we will see Mindfreak retain the better spawn for the next hill, but there's still 30 seconds here.
Grim earns at least one streak. Not traded as of yet. These could be huge as this map goes on. Gets a kill on the fight, and look at that, folks. Full streaks now for Crim6. Optic Gaming beginning to mount this comeback.
Full streaks, better spawns, looking better here. Mindfreak are getting these last 10 seconds here. They're the ones in that hard point, believe it or not. And an Optic Gaming, they're backing off here.
And this is very TK-esque right here for what Optic have had to face before. Yes, Optic, great job holding that, but Mindfreak, who had already established a 90-second lead in this game, play the last 15 seconds of scrap, and instead of Optic bringing it within 45, it's right back up to a 70-plus second lead.
Number one is going to be Dens taken down on the flank, and with the right positioning, right thought, but looking to brute force his way in. It shocks. Fighter is going to combo through, and we've got the player of Buzzo backing him up now. The problem is, Optic Gaming, they're getting that better spawn every single time. Grim spawning at the back. He's going to help out Formal. Mindfreak wipe out there as 30 seconds left.
Give that up. Can we swap to Mindfreak very quickly? Do they have Mountain on? No. 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 That could spell disaster as Crim6 and crew have some streaks to use on the rotation.
With 20 seconds left, Optic Gaming know now that Mindfreak can't push in, so they can have almost a free wave of a push to try and break through Mindfreak. Now, they will think, Mindfreak, of course, may be thinking they'll be pushing through Cave. It doesn't look like they're opting for that route. They're both spawning in Cave. In fact, all three of them are. They're going to have to rotate back. Skump's already through, and like that, the double headshot from Buzzo and shocks.
One streak does nothing. They still have the fighter pilot, though. We know how good Crim is with this streak. Optic now looking to just brute force their way through. No streak called in. Buzzo with first blood. Fighter with the second. Mindfreak hold the front door as Karma and Skunk, the last hopes on this push. Karma with 2, Formal with 1. Optic might just do this, Momo, as they continue to surge towards this hard point. Buzzo's the last hope. Karma breaks through with the 4-piece. Might be the saving moment for Optic in this hard point.
Yeah, with 25 seconds, they now can hit the rotate. They'll hit 150 after this. They'll be 25 points away. Skump's now causing trouble. He's causing mayhem as he finally gets taken down by Fighter. And again, you can see Mindfreak almost trying to set up for this next hill, but because they left so much time, Optic Gaming have got that, again, that free wave of a push. Formal, he's back and he's taking names. He might only be 8 and 15, but he's on a 3-kill streak, and he wants to win right here and close out Mindfreak.
Again, 8 and 15, but kills and rotation are what's key. Formal not expecting the pinch from top cabin, or cave, it appears. He gets shot in the back. It's Mindfreak again on the rotation who will lock down this bottom turret hard point early on. Buzzo shooting extremely well right there to continue to relieve the pressure. Optic have yet to set foot near this hard point as Mindfreak are back up to a 45-second lead. They're close to eclipsing that 200-second mark.
Good kill there from Buzzo onto Scump. He was the first player to be putting any form of pressure on the hill, and we're going to see now pressure being put on them from the right, from the left. It's Formal, Scump combining once again. Buzzo and Fighter answer back. Buzzo finds the second, not going to find the third, but look who's in the hill. There's 20 seconds left, bear in mind. It is Mindfreak, it's Fighter himself. Machine pistol coming in clutch there, Crim and Scump. This could be a very tight finish.
So look, instead of it being 221 to 140 something, it's now going to be 207 to 165 because Optic got that last 15 seconds to scrap. Scump with the 2-piece on rotation. He's now 23 and 21, and now Crim6 will call the fighter pilot. Optic in full control of middle map and the spawns for new.
Crim is so good with that fighter pilot, by the way. Every single time, 2 kills, 3 kills. Now the bait and switch comes out. Scump only has the PPSH and getting up close and personal. He's taking damage as well. Flamethrower in the hands of Crim. I don't think he even needs it, though. We do see that kill feed light up blue, and this is where Mindfreak, they can jump on in that hard point, capitalize on a couple of these points, or can they? Yes, they can. Can Optic Gaming bounce back?
Optic have a pinch, and look, Karma's going to fall back for these spawns instead of flooding on in to help break with his team. Mindfreak are still so far pushed up, they're putting no focus on those the new objective as of now, and it's because they're just expecting to have those spawns. It's all blue in the kill feed, and Optic spawned all the way out. Optic just spawned all the way out. Mindfreak might have just done it.
Can Karma do this? He finds one. He doesn't tag the second, but he's causing a little bit of problems here for Mindfreak. Number 3 Fighter, he's rotated back. They're in a great position, Mindfreak, but it is Karma.
One push.
The neat. Oh my goodness.
One push is all Optic have.
Look at number 8.
242 to 190.
I want to see number 8. He's going right round the back. It's Karma. Can he do the business? He's got to find the first. Will he find the second? No, he's going to get tagged up. And Mindfreak, they're in a brilliant position to end this. They only need 4 points. The score streaks are coming in. Only 1 to go, and Mindfreak. Again, I think, you know, you go back to that start all of last year. We're talking 2017 Optic Gaming. They win over 50% of the rounds where they're 3v4.
Yeah.
They're just that kind of freakish team that can do that. You look at the 4 names, and even I'm scared. But Mindfreak, they are not scared. They're 2-2. They're round 1 here in game number 5, and we're going to see Formal doing what he always does, pulling that sniper out, just like you said, Jack.
He goes there every time. He goes there every time with Mountain Hunker. I like to start off the break.
Krim has been an absolute beast in some of the S&Ds. We've seen him drop double digits numerous amount of times.
Optic smoke the A heady, but Mindfreak don't fall for the bait. They keep a 3-stack at B, and this could actually be perfect for them as they don't over-rotate, even though they lost some vision of the A site.
Less than a minute on the clock here. First blood, second blood, Scum. Third blood, Krim, and it's just Fighter all alone. Good night, round 1, Optic Gaming.
In a matter of 5 seconds, it goes from a 4v4 to a 4v0. Here's the last kill from Scub. That shot from Formal. That's what I'm talking about on this map. If you're not safe, he will punish you. Buzzo hits his 2 bullets, and Formal still snaps on him there.
Mindfreak obviously taking TK to a map 5. They're now taking Optic. They're getting there, man. I feel this team getting better and better day in, day out. And Optic Gaming, they do not want to fall to them. They want their undefeated record. Speaking to Scum, you know, he wants to end this week 7-0.
Do Mindfreak know about Optic's 2-sniper setup on this map? That's the other question as Shox gets first blood. We know Scump loves to snipe now. The self-proclaimed best sniper in the league, as I'm sure many people don't agree with. And Formal, he's probably sniping over A. There's a shot on a Dens to even it to a 3v3.
Still aiming down the scope. Karma's going to lay down the FG42, but laying down, that's going to be Fighter. He's going to hit the deck, and the Aussies bite back here in a 3v2. Bomb in the hands of Fighter. And is the bomb going down? Yes, it is. Not that Scump knows about it. He will do now. With the 2v3 retake, Scump's actually on a 3-kill streak, so does he play for streaks here? How does he play this one? Oh, that's tough.
All by himself. Still had a nade to use. Dead. Mindfreak 1-1.
2-2 in series, 1-1 in map. And you've got to think these guys now, this could change their league. This one map can change everything. We know that the bottom 2, of course, goes into kind of that relegation zone, which not kind of talk too much about, but a win here could not only give them so much confidence, it gives them a win. They've already taken down Vitality. They can be maybe fighting for that 6th, 5th spot at this current time, Jack.
Which again will help them guarantee themselves a spot into stage 2. Dens with the sniper now. Can he challenge the likes of Formal from across the map? First shot's a whip, second as well. And he'll back on up as it was a full stack at A for Mindfreak this time around. They are slowly rotating while Optic Gaming pick up on this. It looks like Crimsix is falling back to do just that.
The problem is with this, I always think the position Shox is in with the PPSH right now, every time he's going to go around a corner, there's going to be an FG42 looking over some type of rock or some type of power position, and they get picked off. The problem is now, bomb down, 3v4, retake, and honestly, it's just not a good position at all for Mindfreak here. Optic Gaming, they should be able to close this one out.
You know, good luck winning a gunfight when they've got an AR hopping up and down, watching this angle. 3 versus 2. Buzzo's been spotted.
Ring around the roses here.
Cut down Krim, but again, across the map, Denzo's by himself with a sniper.
Yeah, Formal wisely just backing down. He's been spotted. Take his time, a little bit of a jump shot, and takes the helmet straight off of Buzzo. And around to Optic Gaming. You can see the communication between rounds as well.
I don't like that flank with the SMG there.
No, I don't. We see like Chino. We see other players with the FG make a really big impact.
Pharaoh was doing it with an FG.
But with a PPSH, not a fan.
Every gunfight there, they have full body cover, where only their head can be seen.
Round number 4 here. Dens is doing exactly the same as Formal. Rocking the same as Formal here, Krim. You can see, just peeking, teasing, testing. Diving across, and he will get away with that one, but a little bit of intel for Mindfreak.
You gotta hit those. You gotta hit those if you're Dens.
Scump looking over ruins right now, has spotted Shocks. And Mindfreak, they seem a little indecisive of where they want to go here. I don't know if they were relying on Dens to get a pick. He still can if Crim keeps peeking his head out.
Oh my gosh!
Millimeter skimming past the ear of Crim. As Scump's going to find the first blood. This time it's going to be to Fighter.
And with that first blood, they knew bomb was down, which is a key thing. It lets Formal now begin his rotation. Unfortunately for him, Shox is ready with the AR, and now Crim, he's gonna have to rush back to A. Do they rush us? The best play is to get right to this cabin heady. Don't let Crim get control. They do just that. Mindfreak, no hesitation, just gave themselves a chance to win this round.
Yeah, the pinch will come in here. We're going to see the rotation from Scump and Karma. The question is who gets the next kill. The next kill is massive in this one. We're going to see it go down, and it's going to be Karma to fall. Scump answers back with the trade, and now oh my goodness, Scump with the FG, and it's all up to Dens.
He thought he did enough damage to swap to the pistol, but it wasn't. Thankfully for Dens, he has Mountain. Scump sees him, though. Scump sees him. Sniper. Whiffs! Dens with so many close shots in that round. That's one you cannot choke if you're Mindfreak.
That's the round which we could be looking back on in about 5 minutes' time and thinking ifs and buts.
Absolutely, Momo. Couldn't agree more. Whew, that's a rough one if you're Mindfreak. You want that one back, especially after Buzzo made it a 3v2. Yes, did Scump trade it right away? Absolutely, but you saw. Who was that Shox who tried to challenge with the pistol?
At the very end?
Yeah.
That was...
Well, it was Dens who sprinted for the final kill, but the one where he got two-pieced by Scump, I don't remember.
I'm not
Anyway,
too sure.
that was where it swung into Optic's favor. And look at this pressure middle map from Shox. First blood Scump.
Yeah, and he's put himself in a very awkward position. No available trade. A 3v4, and when you're 3-1 down in a game 5, oh, you grit your teeth, you think, what is going on? Mindfreak, feel it slipping through the fingers here. Definitely not out of it here, but I'd say this is one of those rounds where you really need to win.
Can we swap to Scump for a second? He's got an aid kill. Are those streaks for Scump? It is. Fighter pilot. Glide bomb now earned exactly 650 to get both of those streaks. And now Optic have tools to work with to close out this map, but Dens just like that, 2 pieces OG.
Yeah, and that stops him getting the artillery as well. The vital streaks have been acquired. However, if Mindfreak can pull this off, bring this to a 3-2 scoreline, be absolutely incredible. 30 seconds left, the bomb is down. Crim and Karma may be looking for the pick, but they've got to act fast. Dens is going to see him and like that. Takes the heads clean off of Karma, and Crim now, could this be not only an ace for Dens? I think it might be.
Ace for Dens, as he basically makes that entire round possible for his team. They go into a 2v4. He guns both, falls back, kills Karma off the bomb, calls out they didn't drop the bomb. They wait for Crim to push forward, and they eliminate him. And now, do Mindfreak switch to Mountain? We've critiqued them for not switching earlier in this series. Did they pick up on the fact that Scump has 2 streaks?
We'll soon find out. Let's have a look. No. No.
This is what they've done. They keep doing this.
I don't know if they know.
Yeah.
You know, have they tracked it? Karma hasn't got a kill. Scump's got 8. Are they looking at that and wondering, does he have streaks? Maybe. It's going to come back to bite them if those streaks are going to come in. That's the question.
On defense, I doubt it. On offense, though.
I think that's maybe what they're playing for here. But Mindfreak, again, they're playing for almost a pick. They're trying to find something, and there it is. It's Buzzo.
And that was a setup play. Look at the 2 nades landing right as he peeks. Why are you even peeking Formal? Why are you peeking Formal of all people in this cover by yourself?
Formal spotted 2.
You're not going to kill Formal here. Unless you nade him, you're not going to kill Formal here. It missed.
There's the glide bomb. They're trying to secure the round, and that very much could be it. Another goes down. It's Formal. Just like you said, Jack. He's sat behind a very, very strong position. Dens now, I mean,
there's no time.
Just try and pick up the kill.
Streaks.
Yeah.
So let's look back at what just happened for Mindfreak. They pick up the kill on the player in middle on Optic Gaming who was Crimsix. They know he plays mid the whole time. The rest of the setup that they've known from OG this map is 2 at B and 1 more at A. Why do they try to sprint towards the A site and make something happen with Formal of all people being there, like that he has the whole map with an AR? I just don't get it. With no smokes, no nades hitting him first. You're not going to kill Formal there. It's just like Chino. You're not going to kill Chino in that position unless you completely swarm him with stuns and smokes and nades.
Mistakes were made, Jack. On the side of Mindfreak for sure there. As Formal picks them apart brick by brick. Mindfreak, they're going to have to rethink their strategy here. And now this is a must-win round. Karma's not even got a kill. He's got a plan, but Optic Gaming there sitting pretty 4-2 in the lead. 2 rounds away from securing the series, staying undefeated here in the CWL Pro League Division A. Week number 2, day 2. And they would only have one more match tomorrow. Ooh, grenade. Tagged. Both sides tagged now.
Is it streak time for Scum?
I think it very well may be, and here we go. The question is, do they have mounting on? They're in cover. I don't think it's going to pick anyone up, but the bomb will progress. Look at that mini-map, and this is the question, how far can it go? Formal's going to take down shots.
Fight has got to go.
Oh, no.
Taking too long. Oh, my goodness. He might have an accuracy moment right here. 1, 2. Really see the third. Formal turns. Formal guns him. He tries to spot the third before he shoots the 2, and it comes back to bite him there. Optic 1 round away. What a reaction time from Formal. My goodness.
Yeah. A fighter, again, people will say, why didn't he take the shot? You could see the thoughts going through, the thought process of that. As soon as he started shooting, that player Ruins would have just started raining fire down upon him. However, 4 rounds back-to-back for the Aussie boys. Can they get something from this game? It's going to be difficult, Jack, here.
Hey, look at that.
Again.
They've at least used a stun. They're backing up Formal. There's the kill. Don't challenge Formal unless you do that every round. Good job by Mindfreak.
Very good round so far, and just like that, a 1v4 for Scum. First of 4, maybe in the back here, Jack.
Here's what I'll say. Granted, they are absolutely down 5-3 still after they win this round. They killed Formal, who was on his way to streaks. Scump now has no streaks remaining. It's possible. They just need to execute in rounds like that.
I do want to see if Mindfreak, I don't think they are, but of course we've got Paradox, who's doing the great observing backstage, just to double check how close, if anyone, of Mindfreak is close to any type of streak. Because another round and, you know, a defuse, if you like, could completely change everything. We'll double check when we're getting into this now. There's no one really...
Dens is the closest,
yeah.
And he's far away from it.
Yeah, so streaks on in the question right now.
Set up with Optic and 3 in middle. I'm expecting some sort of smoke-type play. Looks like they won't develop anything as of yet. Oh my goodness, who's this? Fight is going for it. Fight is going for it.
Is it with an SMG? No, it's not.
But they're going quicker this time around. You typically don't hit this fast, and Formal could get caught off guard. He sees him in time. This is Optic's opening. They want the first blood here.
Who to shoot? Which one? I don't know.
Oh
Fighter! He has so many to pick from. He's tagged them all up. My goodness. How he's not got a kill there. I will sympathize a little bit when there's all 3 in front of you. Sometimes it is tricky. As silly as that sounds, it really is. But Fighter is going to be vital to this round. He's traded with Crim, and they're actually in a very strong position.
Look at this player at the close Scump. It's going to be Scump. Scump. He wants to end this game. Scump wants to end this game. 3 versus 2. Dens has been spotted as well.
Uh-oh. Shocks answers back to Formal. Dens and Shocks. Scum and Karma. Next kill crucial. It's going to be Karma. Shocks has done it once before. He did it on London Docks. Can he pick up the 1v2? He's revealed his location, and now it's a time game for Seth and Karma. Wiggling back and forward. You've got to feel for Shocks. 20 seconds left. Optic Gaming looking to close this one out. Scum's actually going on the rotation now. 15 seconds. He's got to find one. Well, surely it's not going to be enough time. And Jack, I think we all know what's coming here, as we do see no defuse come in. Scump just double checking, and that is going to be the round. A sour ending for Mindfreak, and another win for Optic Gaming. Still undefeated.
Props to Mindfreak. They gave us a hell of a series there, doing something that no team has done so far in Division A, which is beat Optic in hardpoint. Again, they beat him twice. Props to them. They look very clean, especially on that Gibraltar. But in the end, you gotta clutch your S&Ds. They lose that game 2 in round 11. They obviously lose the game 5, which is not ideal at all. Optic remain perfect here in Division A.
Optic Gaming again, perfect, but 3-2 is close. And I will say, you know, you go around the board, analysts, casters, some of the other players, you're looking at Optic Gaming for a 3-0 sweep every time there. Mindfreak should be... First of all, they should be disappointed because, you know, they come out with an L. They did the same against Team Caliber. It could be a completely different Division A if they close out those Game 5s.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got to take the positives, and I think they will. They've been taking positives all weekend long, and they've been improving. So for Mindfreak, I do see this as another step, progression, and I think Chance last week did say, this year we're going to see Mindfreak in the top 8 at some of the open events. I completely agree.
If Optic, if Mindfreak beat TK and Optic, they're 3-3 right now in the league. Talk about a completely different story. I believe right now they're 1-5. Not ideal. They played them close, but again, what matters is the big wins. And they couldn't do it there. I'm sure this man here is going to have some words after the rough series they had there. It's Karma on the stage with Jess.
That's right, we are here with Karma coming off of quite an intense series. So during map 1, Mindfreak was just playing phenomenally well. Was there anything you guys could have done to narrow that score gap or even potentially win, or was it just Mindfreak all the way?
I mean, it was Mindfreak all the way. I think they just caught us a little off guard. They were shooting really well and I guess just playing really well first map. You know, they'd already played today and they got their first victory over Vitality. So I think it gave them, you know, that extra confidence boost, and they came out and they played good.
Now, a lot of those maps were very close. Map 2 in particular was 5v6. It was a lot of back and forth. At what point during that map did you know that you had taken it?
Honestly, I didn't really know. The last round easily could have went in their favor. We kind of messed up how we were playing the last round, but luckily Matt got a pick, and then I was able to get a free pick off of that. But they very easily could have won that map.
So maybe a few mistakes, but at least you pulled it off. Now, and I was chatting with you just before this interview, that was such an intense match. Was there any part of you during that series that thought, oh no, maybe Mindfreak has it? Were you worried at all, or were you just confident the whole way through that you guys were going to take the series?
I was pretty confident. You know, we won London Docks, even though it was a close 6-5 map. But once we won that, I was pretty confident because we've been doing pretty bad on that map so far. But we came out and did well. Gibraltar, I wasn't really happy with the fact that we played that map. I think they're pretty good at that map, and we banned London Docks, and I think that's our best hard point, but I guess Ian just didn't want to play London Docks for whatever reason, so we kind of gave him a free map win. But
well, either way, it worked out, so thanks so much for the interview. Back to you, Rich, at the desk.
Thank you so much, Jess, and thank you, Karma, for the words. But hey, when we actually entered this one, I mean, today Mindfreak's goal was to win one series, and all of a sudden we see them almost take one off of Optic Gaming. And I think the main thing that we have to do is just pick this one apart map by map, because the first one was definitely a doozy. I think we saw from Mindfreak just how important small talk, communication can actually be.
I mean, absolutely. Just right from the start, you have Dens open the game up. They're able to earn streaks, and it's just so difficult on a map like this. Now, I mean, I guess if you're playing area, it might be a little bit different, but when a team is able to effectively use streaks on St. Marie Dumont, they shouldn't lose. And in Mindfreak, they got about 3 to 4 sets of streaks within that first rotation of hills, and I think Optic, they were just a little slow. And I mean, even if you look at that scoreboard, Shox was 0-6 at this point, but they were able to break some hills, and they just had full control of the entire map.
And you know, something you've been saying quite a bit about Mindfreak, Merc, is just they keep getting off to slow starts, not only in the series, but in maps as well. Well, both the hard points, the only 2 maps Mindfreak won, they got off to ridiculously hot starts on the very first hill, completely setting the tone. And I gotta say, Mindfreak, week 1, they didn't win a single hard point. They did not look great, probably looked like the worst hard point team in Division A. Bro, the changes they have made have been a massive turnaround in all but a week. And I really want to ask those guys, like, what the deal has been. Like, was that literally just 3 or 4 days of scrims against top teams that kind of bumps them up a little bit? And something we even heard in the comms on top of the great small talk that we heard from them was stuff like, all right, guys, like, do the setup. Like, we have the hill, go to the setup. We've talked this over before. Let's get what we've worked on so hard. And it worked well, right? Even both hard points. Every time they got control of the hill, they did really well. So, yeah, props to them, at least in the hard point.
That wasn't necessarily the part I heard, but we'll say the hard points overall, once we see them crack the first hard point open, all of a sudden we know this can be a series, because if you put Mindfreak to win one game mode, it would not have been the hard point, as you already touched on.
I mean, Optic was undefeated, right? They were 9-0. They haven't dropped one hard point this entire Division A, and this series they dropped 2. So I don't know if we cursed them before by talking about it, but obviously just a great hardpoint performance by Mindfreak, but they still weren't able to close it out.
A lot of sets were thrown up in the air and burned. We're going to be entering map 2 right now, taking a peek at what happened there. But the other one was actually a team dropping that first game and then coming back and winning, was something that Maven mentioned. But now let's take a peek at this first search and destroy chance.
I had so much faith actually for map 2. Definitely didn't expect the map 100-point blowout. That was nuts. But Mindfreak, this is their 4th time playing this map on search just in the past like 2 weeks. Like, they've had a lot of practice on it, a lot of experience, but they've also had a lot of trouble closing out round 11s. I think that's like the 3rd time on this map. It's round 11 where they falter. So they play it well. I mean, the strategies are fine, nothing like too crazy, but they make the plays. It's just, it always comes down to that round 11, and it's just Optic was too strong.
And I think the big thing is they get that one offensive round where they plant the bomb B. They're in a 4v4 situation. It might have even been round 11. They get the bomb down B. Someone gets picked off. They make it a 3v4, but there's so many power positions on that B bomb site. Like, how many times have we seen Red Reserve rated in 0 clutch it up with those FG42s on that top street? Yeah, it was this. They were just out-positioned. Shox is then left in a 1v3. Of course, Optic knows where they are, but it just seemed like that round right there, when you get that bomb down, you should be able to close that.
And something a team, I think it might be Rise, that does really well over by the B bomb site is once they get the first pick on the guy's sandbags, they just keep pushing through, or they try to plant for that side because, again, after you try to get the bomb down, Mindfreak kept leaving themselves a little bit spread out. One guy was still on the sandbag side just so his teammate doesn't get picked from there, and then they have one guy that sort of watches mid-map, but you can't watch when people jump up on top of the boxes unless you're on bomb, but that guy's busy planting. So spread themselves a little bit thin, and then they get picked apart even when they had the man advantage. So I think they could obviously learn quite a bit on docks, maybe pick something up from other teams. And again, even just a small improvement for Mindfreak on that map specifically could easily just, it could change their entire tournament, really.
Yeah, then we go into the 3rd map of the series. And this one, we had already seen Mindfreak play on it. They struggled on it a little bit earlier today, and now they're playing against Optic.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this is sort of the scare is that Optic is just so strong once they get going, right? You have guys like Karma, you have guys like Scump with those PPSHs. Formal had a bit of a slow series, actually, especially in hardpoint. That's not typical of him, but I mean, again, it sounded like Karma wanted to play London Docks hardpoint as well because they knew that they are just superior to Mindfreak when it comes to that gun skill, but you could see the example of it on this map.
I think one of the big talking points as well is you mentioned the thing that like Mindfreak already got to play a series today. Optic wasn't in that position. Karma did mention that during that interview with Jess, but I think when we get to the next map is when Mindfreak really does put it to the test because now, you know, you get to throw a couple of punches if you're Optic Gaming and all of a sudden you get into that second hard point. What goes wrong there? But the final score is going to be 6-1 in RCTF in map number 3.
Yeah, I will say the game was a little bit closer than that score indicates, but not by like a huge margin. Mindfreak had like a moment where they looked like they were going to be able to maybe make the comeback, but really Mindfreak played it well. What, like 7 out of the 10 minutes they played decent, but like those 3 minutes where they were a little bit off, Optic just completely ran away with the score. So
yeah, and that's what they do on London Docks. I mean, when you talk about their strength on London Docks, I think that's exactly what it is. They can blow the doors right off of that map. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. And another hard point. This time it was on Gibraltar and Chance. We talked about Gibraltar being a solid pick in that veto process for Mindfreak to break out.
Yeah, it really just takes one good rotation to kind of win the game, and a lot of people kind of think this map is finicky, but realistically, Mindfreak on this map just completely outplayed their opponent. The rotation you actually see here is they had control of Castle Road. They left Buzzo in the hill by himself with, I think, like 16 or 17 seconds left, and 3 players rotated over to turret. So Mindfreak already has the rotation advantage. They beat Optic over there, and still someone for Optic challenged Buzzo in the hill, which if they pick it up, that could have been a 30-point swing getting those 15 seconds. But Buzzo wins the 1v1, so Mindfreak gets that scrap time, wins the rotation battle, and that's off of already winning the rotation battle to Castle Road. So really just off the break, Mindfreak was fantastic.
Yeah, and then Optic brought it back a little bit. You saw there they broke Castle Road with about 30 seconds left. Cut that lead down. It went over to turret, but the big play was pit. Those 40 seconds really came in that last rotation where Optic, they were so focused on courtyard. Mindfreak, they were just getting all the hill time that they needed. That put them within like 10 seconds of winning And for Optic, it was just too much to come back from.
That is the exact moment, too, where I actually just thought Mindfreak was done. When you saw those 20 seconds from Castle Road all of a sudden going the way of Optic Gaming, but Mindfreak manages to hold in a very tough situation, and that gets us all the way over to a game number 5. And that game number 5 goes the distance as well. Chance, let's break down this series just a little bit.
And it's a tough one to swallow, honestly, Mindfreak. It's 2 back-to-back game 5s against 2 of the top teams in the world that they just can't quite close it out. And there were some opportunities for them. There were some moments for some big plays. So the rounds were like, the team that gets the first blood wins the round. I think the round we just saw was round 3. Crim6 basically single-handedly wins it just from watching the flank. So a lot of great stuff back and forth, but the big plays, it was Optic that made them, and even the opportunities Mindfreak had, they just did not convert.
The big thing to me for Optic was they were attacking B site so well, but Mindfreak, they weren't defending it very well. One of the teams that we talk about all the time on this map is Team Caliber. What TK does, Kenny and Theory, they work that B bomb site on defense. They play it slow, they play it very fast, they switch it up. Mindfreak, they continuously gave up the back part. Of course, Dens had an ace back there. He was able to get some kills, but for Optic, it was mostly just free B bomb plants.
Yeah, and it seemed like Mindfreak's strategy was just to try and flank of the guys that are playing in Dome just to stall out, but the flank just didn't work. Again, Crim6 had one round where he sniffed it out basically from the get-go, and I think he picks up 2 just to kind of keep the round together for Optic. And then another round, Fida, he comes up behind like the entirety of Optic's team, and I think he had shots into 3, if not all 4 of them, but just couldn't finish. Like, there's too many people for him to shoot. You only get 20 bullets in the clip, so unfortunate that he doesn't get a kill. Potentially could have even gotten 2, and again, had shots in everybody, but even that round, they're going on the flank. There's a moment where you think they could be successful, and it just doesn't work out for him. So the strategy was there, the execution was not.
Big question now with Mindfreak, is this LAN experience paying off, being in an environment where they can actually scrim? Everybody's been asking for it. They definitely played this series beautifully. I think there were some execution problems in later rounds. But Joe, do you think that this is something that we can actually expect out of them in the future?
I think so, right? We've talked about it time and time again. We talked about it last year. The more practice they can get against these international teams, the better they'll get. What I'm worried about is they're going to go home for 2 weeks. I'm not sure the type of practice they're going to get. This is what I'm worried about. We talk about top 4 in playoffs. What we don't talk about too much is 5-6 actually sort of qualifies for stage 2 and champs. 7th to 8th, they have to go to relegation. These matches could be so important for Mindfreak. These could be 1 or 2 matches where you talk about their game 5 against TK, their game 5 against Optic to decide whether they're sticking with stage 2 or they have to go to relegation. I'm hoping that 2-week break really doesn't sort of mess up that team chemistry, because you can see when they get more repetitions against these top international teams, they could be one of the best teams in the world, but it just takes them time that they can't really get back.
Yeah, I think that definitely could be a problem. But man, when we walked into that match, we thought it was going to be an easy 3-0 for Optic. We were definitely proven wrong, and it looks like we're going to have some more action